Right now, you are trying to hold everything together, trying to make things work, trying to keep certain people in your life, trying to control outcomes, trying not to lose what you care about, and it's exhausting, because no matter how much you try, some things still don't stay, some people still drift away, some plans still don't work out, and you keep asking yourself, why is this happening? Why can't I just keep what I want? Why does everything feel so uncertain? But listen carefully, Jesus is saying, my child. What is meant for you will never require you to force it. You don't have to chase it endlessly, you don't have to beg for it to stay, you don't have to fight to keep it. Because what truly belongs in your life will find its way to you, naturally, peacefully, without confusion. Jesus says, my child. What is yours will not pass you by. If something is leaving your life, it is not meant to stay. If something is not working, it is not meant to continue. If something feels forced, it is not aligned with you, and that truth may feel hard, but it is also freeing, because it means, you don't have to carry everything, you don't have to hold on so tightly, you don't have to fear losing what is truly yours. Jesus is saying, my child. Release what you cannot control, I will guide what is meant to remain. Right now, your life is being aligned, not everything is being taken away, some things are being redirected, some things are being replaced, some things are being prepared, and as this happens, you may feel uncertain, because change is uncomfortable, because letting go is difficult, but what comes next will not need force, will not need struggle, will not need fear. Jesus says, my child. What I bring into your life will bring peace, not pressure. And when it arrives, you will know, not because you had to chase it, but because it came naturally, clearly, at the right time. So don't hold on to everything right now, don't try to control every outcome, don't fear what is leaving, because what is truly meant for you is already on its way. If you trust that what is meant for you will find you, type Amen and let go of control. Now, something begins to feel different, not outside first, but inside you. Jesus is saying, my child. Before what is meant for you arrives, you begin to feel it. You may notice a sense of calm replacing fear, less need to chase people or outcomes, a quiet confidence growing inside you, a feeling that something is aligning. This is not random, this is preparation. Now, things start to shift, opportunities appear without force, connections feel natural, paths begin to open. Jesus is saying, my child. What is yours will come with clarity. You won't feel confused, you won't feel pressured, you will feel peace. Now, what started small begins to grow, movement becomes faster, doors open one after another, things connect in ways you didn't expect. Jesus says, my child. When something is meant for you, it flows, it doesn't force. Now, everything settles, what once felt new becomes your normal, what once felt uncertain becomes secure. Jesus is saying, my child. What I give you, I make it lasting. Now, you look back, and everything makes sense, the people who left, the plans that failed, the delays you didn't understand, all of it was guiding you here. Jesus is saying, my child. What didn't stay was never meant to complete your life. What is here now is aligned, is peaceful, is meant for you. If you believe what is meant for you is finding its way to you, type Amen and trust the journey. Now, something changes inside you. You stop forcing, you stop chasing, you stop trying to control everything, and in that moment, life begins to feel lighter. Jesus is saying, my child. When you release control, you make room for what is truly yours. Because chasing comes from fear, from doubt, from the belief that you might lose something, but trust comes from knowing that what is meant for you cannot miss you. Jesus says, my child. What belongs in your life will come to you at the right time. Not because you forced it, but because it is aligned with you, and now, you begin to notice something powerful. Things start coming to you naturally. People show up without effort, opportunities appear without struggle, situations align without confusion. This is flow, this is alignment, this is what happens when you stop chasing, and start trusting. Jesus is saying, my child. You don't need to run after what is already yours. At this stage, you feel peace, real peace, not because everything is perfect, but because you are no longer afraid, you are no longer desperate, you are no longer trying to control everything, you are simply allowing, trusting, receiving, and that changes everything. Jesus says, my child. This is how I guide your life. Not through pressure, but through peace, not through force, but through flow. If you're ready to stop chasing and start trusting what is meant for you, type Amen and choose peace today. Now, your life feels different, not because everything changed overnight, but because you changed. Jesus is saying, my child. When you are aligned, life begins to flow naturally. You are no longer forcing outcomes, you are no longer chasing people, you are no longer trying to make things happen, and yet, everything is happening. Doors open at the right time, opportunities come without struggle, right people enter your life naturally. This is not luck, this is alignment. Jesus says, my child. When you walk in what is meant for you, you don't have to fight for it. At this stage, success feels different, not stressful, but peaceful, not overwhelming, but steady. Not temporary, but lasting, because now, you are not building your life on fear, you are building it on trust, on clarity, on purpose, and that makes it strong, unshakable. Jesus is saying, my child. This is how your life is meant to feel. Not constant struggle, not endless confusion, but flow, direction, peace. And now, you understand something deeply. You don't need to chase success, you don't need to force happiness, you don't need to fear losing what is yours, because what is truly meant for you stays, grows, and continues to bless your life. Jesus says, my child. Remain in this alignment. This is where your peace lives. If you feel your life moving into peace, flow, and alignment, type Amen and stay grounded in this path. Now, you have reached a place you once prayed for, a place of peace, a place of clarity, a place where things finally feel right. Jesus is saying, my child. Now that you have received, learn to protect it. Because not everything is about gaining, some things are about keeping, growing, honoring what you've been given. At this stage, gratitude becomes important, not just saying thank you, but feeling it deeply, recognizing how far you've come, understanding how much has changed. Jesus says, my child. What you appreciate, you will protect. Because when you stay grateful, you stay grounded, you don't take things for granted, you don't return to old patterns. You don't lose what you worked for. You may also notice something else. You become more aware, more careful about who you allow into your life, what energy you accept, what habits you keep. This is not fear, this is wisdom. Jesus is saying, my child. Not everything deserves access to your peace. Because where you are now is valuable, is meaningful, is something you fought to reach, so protect it, protect your peace, protect your mindset, protect your direction, and most importantly, protect your faith. Jesus says, my child. Stay close to what brought you here. Because that is what will keep you here, if you are grateful for where you are and ready to protect your peace. Type Amen and stay grounded.